What if I told you popes once commanded an army of parrots? You picture the Middle Ages, you think knights, castles, and maybe a plague or two. But what about war parrots? It sounds like a fantasy movie, but for a brief, bizarre period, it was a political reality. The story begins in the early 13th century with Frederick II, Holy Roman Emperor. More a scientist and scholar than a typical king, Frederick was fascinated by ornithology. He kept a vast menagerie of exotic animals, but his favorite was a highly intelligent cockatoo named Suleiman, a gift from an Egyptian sultan. Frederick spent years studying Suleiman, even writing about its ability to mimic human speech in his groundbreaking book on falconry. But here's where it gets weird. After Frederick's death, control of his menagerie, including the prized parrots, fell to the papacy. The popes, locked in a power struggle with Frederick's heirs, saw a propaganda opportunity. They began displaying the emperor's talking birds at public events, claiming they now spoke for God and legitimized papal authority over the empire. These parrots, once symbols of scientific inquiry, were weaponized as feathered mouthpieces for the church. For a few strange decades, the most powerful words in Europe weren't spoken by a king or a pope, but by a parrot.